La bataille suprême est engagée. Après tant de combats, de fureur, de douleur, voici venu le choc décisif. C'est la bataille de France et c'est la bataille de la France.
Everybody get down! Jackal! Descendez! Off! Allemand! Germans! Descendez! Allemands! Descendez! Off! Vive la France! Allemand! Allemand! Is everybody okay? Everybody's all right?
Resistance, man! Man! Fräulein! Which one's with the resistance? Which one of you?
CBS World News, Bob Trout speaking. And again, we bring you the available reports, all of them from German sources, on what the Berlin radio calls the invasion. There is still no Allied confirmation from any source. Correspondents who rushed to the War Department in Washington soon after the first German broadcast was heard were told that our War Department had no information on the German report. There's been no announcement of any sort from Allied headquarters in London. The first news of the German announcement reached this country at 12:37 a.m. Eastern Wartime. The Associated Press recorded this broadcast and immediately pointed out that it could be one which Allied leaders have warned us to expect from the Germans. Shortly after 1 a.m. Eastern Wartime, the Berlin radio opened its news program with a so-called invasion announcement. Columbia's shortwave listening station here in New York heard the Berlin radio say, and I quote, "Here is a special bulletin. Early this morning, the long-awaited British and American invasion began when paratroops landed in the area of the Somme estuary. The harbor of Le Havre is being fiercely bombarded at the present moment. Naval forces of the German Navy are off the coast fighting with enemy landing vessels. We've just brought you a special bulletin." End of the quotation. That is the invasion announcement as heard from the Berlin radio by Columbia's shortwave listening station. Now here's what Transocean, one of the German news agencies, says, and I quote, "Early Tuesday morning, landing craft and light warships were observed in the area between the mouth of the Somme and the eastern coast of Normandy. At the same time, paratroops were dropped from numerous aircraft on the northern tip of the Normandy Peninsula. It is believed that these paratroops have been given the task of capturing airfields in order to facilitate the landing of further troops. The harbor of Le Havre is at the moment being bombarded." And, continues the broadcast, German naval forces have engaged enemy landing craft off the coast. The Transocean broadcast, still unconfirmed, concludes this way. The long-expected Anglo-American invasion appears to have begun.
Auf! Du! Auf! Auf! Du! Auf! 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 Alle seinen Schweinhund, auf!
The German-controlled Calais radio came on the air today with this announcement in the English language, quote, "This is D-Day. We shall now bring music for the Allied invasion forces." So said the German-controlled Calais radio across the channel from England. Now, it should be remembered, of course, that the Germans are quite capable of faking this entire series of reports. Their main reason for doing so, in addition to trying to smoke out Allied plans, would be to try to start a premature uprising by the resistance movements along the Channel coast. But the French and the Belgians and the Dutch have all been warned about this possibility repeatedly. And you will recall that Prime Minister Winston Churchill some time ago warned that we could expect false alarms or diversionary feints before the big show began.
Schützen angetreten! Angetreten!
ist los? Nein! 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 Abspielen! Abspielen!
Was ist los, Herr Feldgendarm?
Right.
Wir sind ein Panne an den Schweinhund!
You've got to wait today,
Abspielen! Auf zur Straßenbahn!
Der angegriffen deutsche Soldaten! Der Panne an den Schweinhund!
Nein! Angetreten!
Angetreten! Angetreten! Maschinen!
Auf!
Frau! You undertrained to the public, What? Was ist los? Frau, sitzen Sie hier! Nein! Sitzen hier!
Get back! Here, Phil! Oh! Oh! Oh!
Was ist los? Aufsitzen!
That in mind for future encounters. Tell the truth, you should be okay. Lie to us, that would be something totally different. Fräulein Magdalena. Ik zie een cellentroopers over naar rechts. Rechts. Cellentroopers. Oh. Ja. Alsjeblieft. Ja.
My shoes untied. Oh, yes. Yes, please. Yes, I think I managed. Thank you. Sir. Oh, that is quite all right. Thank you.
Fräulein. Fräulein, bitte. Fräulein.
Let me go!
attack against Tolley.
Lunch, she got
New
away!
German blitz attacks are more nerve-wracking than the bombardments of 1940 and 1941, writes Newsweek. Field Marshal Rommel is again on the French west coast on a tour of inspection. Field Marshal
I gave them a small package. I saw it. See what the police can get down to me. They were not as polite as I expected. Yeah, some was rougher with questioning methods. I would advise you to be more forthcoming with information to them.
Maybe the Gestapo.
Ja, werden sehen.
We're easy compared to our counterparts in the other parts of the Wehrmacht. And the Gestapo will not be so nice. It is in your best interest, your survival. The war is going to end very soon anyway, so why not just help us out?
The Soviet General Zhurov points out that Germany could never be conquered by means of bombing raids. The French paper Le Nouveau Temps writes that the Anglo-American air raids are directed against France more than against the German army. General Martin declared that the Allied air forces could not eliminate the German supply routes. Only local fighting took place on the lower Dniester and in the Carpathian foothills. The Moscow Patriarch Sergius, who was appointed by Stalin, has died a natural death. The Metropolitan of Vilna in Lithuania, Sergius, was murdered by Bolsheviks a fortnight ago. After embittered fighting south of Cassino, a few height positions were lost to the enemy. Strong German bomber formations carried out effective attacks in the Italian battle area.
Oh.